Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I just wanted to come in and run my mouth and be a little messy on this glorious Saturday. All right, listen to this. This is according to the U.S. Sun. Here we go. Listen, do y'all hear that dog barking? I don't feel like trying to compete with somebody's dog. I just don't feel like it. You know what? Let me just complain for about a minute. I am sick and tired of y'all. Shout out to all the dog owners. Yes, my sister has a dog. I'm including her too. Okay. But no, but for real, I'm a little sick and tired of y'all letting y'all dogs out on these balconies and doing, and all they do is a whole bunch of girl barking, making a whole bunch of unnecessary racket. If you don't want to hear your dog barking, what makes you think that we want to hear your dog barking? And it's been times over here in my apartment complex where people will put their dogs out in the morning time. I don't know if they're getting ready for work and they're getting in the way. Girl, you wake up, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, you hear a dog barking right in your face. People that put their dogs out past 10 o'clock, just barking. I don't get it. Anyways, okay, the dog stopped barking. I guess they must have took it back on the inside. Tristan Thompson. Tristan Trash, third trimester Thompson. This is according to the U.S. Sun. Daddy's dead. Tristan Thompson ordered to pay $57,000 in back child support for Marley Nichols after skipping 5 months. Mm. Tristan Thompson is now having to play catch up after not paying child support to Marley Nichols for their young son. The U.S. Sun can exclusively reveal the Cleveland Cavaliers player fathered little Theo with the fitness influencer while reportedly in an exclusive relationship with reality star Khloe Kardashian in 2021. Girl, did they let girl Mike girl did they let the dog back outside plus two more? Oh, baby, no. Y'all heard those dogs? Let's get through this with this video. All right. So his son is now 2 years old, having been born in December 2021. But Tristan still has not met the toddler. As Marley navigates life as a single mother, the U.S. Sun can confirm. Their relationship came to light after she sued him for child support, and he was ordered to pay over $9,500 a month, according to court. According to court, a report in two. Wait, hold up. He was ordered to pay $9,500 a month, according to court, a report in TMZ. I don't know what they just said. Anyway, you know what? It was report. At first we all thought that she was going to be getting around 40,000. Now, 9,000, 40,000. That's but that's a big difference in child support. But 9,000 is still a decent amount. But the new court documents obtained by the U.S. Sun suggest he has not been coughing up the cash as of late, with the judge ordering him to pay out $57,916. Excuse me. The filing from Los Angeles Superior Court claims Tristan missed payments between September 15, 2023 and January 31st, 2024. It is not known if he has finally paid the money, and numerous calls to his lawyer and representative were unanswered. Marley reps also did not return requests for comment when contacted by the U.S. Sun this week. Let me just say something. You have to be the lowest of the low, the scum of the earth, for you to knowingly have a child out in this world and you refuse to see the child, even though nobody made you climb on top of that girl, not wear a condom, and shoot her club up. Nobody made you do that. That was a choice. You don't go see the little boy. And then, even though you may not be making as much money as you used to make in the NBA, that still does not remove you from the obligation of taking care of your child financially. So not only do you not want to see the child, you also don't want to even assist with taking care of the child financially. If you're going to be an ain't-ish daddy, at least you can throw some money in the woman's direction to help with the finances of raising y'all son. I think that's like the least that you could do. Like, I just don't understand. I really don't. And for Tristan to go around and be this great parent, as Khloe Kardashian calls him, this great father to his other two kids. And I think even Kim came out and talked about how great of a step uncle he was. When you have other children floating around that you don't take care of, you don't see. Like, girl. How do you even get up in the morning knowing you have 4 kids and out of the 4 you only deal with 2? And the gag is, I think all of your kids live in the same city. It's one thing if y'all were spread out across the United States or the world. Then, of course, at that point, you wouldn't be physically able to see your kids, right? Every day or a few times a week. But being that y'all live in Los Angeles, girl, you mean to tell me you can figure out a way to see your kids once a week? Girl, okay, you're busy. You have to fly here and there for games. You can't figure out a way to see your kids a couple of times every 2 weeks. Tristan is trash. It ain't no way you can slice it and dice it. I don't care how good of a parent Khloe Kardashian says that he is to those other 2 children that she got with him. That does not negate that he does not take care of those other 2 that he has with the other 2 girls, or the one that he has with Jordan and the one that he has with Marley. If you're not a good father to all of your kids, you're trash. If you're not a good mother to all of your kids, you're trash too. Okay? Anyways, let's move on. Nobody loves me like you do. Nobody can love me. Girl, that's my song, girl. I was like, oh, this song is a little catchy. Every time I try, nobody can love me like you do. Yes, come on, it's spell. Ooh, wait. Oh, this was sad. I'm not gonna play the video, but I am gonna play the audio. Jimmy Kimmel gets emotional talking to Regina King. Um, hold up. I can't see the headline. In one of her first interviews since the passing of her son. Girl, just listen to it. I'm gonna put the link in the description box so you can actually see the video. But listen to this. So basically, Regina King was at the Jimmy Kimmel show, and when she came out, girl, he asked her how she was doing. Just listen. Well, it's very good to see you. It's good to see you. How are you doing right now? Right now, I'm good. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I know you've been through a lot the last year. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. It's good to see you, Jimmy. Good to see you too. Did you see William Shatner backstage? I don't know. It occurred to us that it was like a Miss Congeniality 2 reunion show tonight. It's just sad. It's just so. You know what? You know what really had me almost bawling just over this girl 7-second clip, girl, was the fact that, if you don't know, Regina King had a son who unalived himself, I think, a couple of years ago. I think he was suffering from mental health issues, and he took his own life. The sad thing about this entire situation is that you have Regina King who lost her son, and she's comforting Jimmy Kimmel. You know what I'm saying? It's just sad because, I'm assuming that they're probably friends. Or even if they're not friends, he's empathetic towards her situation. And she's having to rub his hand. Isn't that so crazy? I watched the interview she did with Robin Roberts. She did an interview with Robin Roberts, I think like last week. She was promoting, I think, a new movie she has. And she spoke about her son. It was so sad. It was really, really sad. But I think if you listen to what she said and how she's navigating, with the loss of her son, and even with her son going through what he went through, a lot of what she said, I think some of it probably went over some people's heads, some folks' heads. But I think a lot of what she said made sense, especially with him and his mental health. But shout out to Regina King. Shout out to Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel has always been one of those white men that had a cute face to me. And I thought he always had a cute smile. Shout out to Jimmy Kimmel. Shout out to Regina King. And shout out to Regina King's son. All right, y'all. Listen to this. I don't really keep up with Selling Sunset. I watched Selling Tampa. Selling Tampa was it was about the black brokerage or real estate company in Tampa. Girl, it was one season on Netflix and they took it off. I don't know why. I thought it was a solid first season. I don't know if y'all didn't watch. Maybe y'all didn't watch. I thought it was a solid first season. Chad Ochocinco wanted me. Ochocinco wanted me. Chad Ochocinco's one of his newest not new. I was going to say newest the woman who he's I can't remember her name. Shantae. She's so pretty. She was like the owner of the brokerage. Anyway, she's with Chad Ochocinco. I think they're engaged now. Anyways, so they have a Selling Sunset. I heard Selling Sunset was good. I think they've been on for like 5 or 6 seasons. Anyways, one of the girls, I heard she was like, she had like a dope style, like she could dress. Christina Wynn's husband arrested for ASSAULT with a weapon after throwing glass bottle at her toddler son, hit by object and taken to hospital. So she's not on Selling Sunset anymore. So ex-Selling Sunset star Christina Wynn's husband is in serious trouble with the law. Police arrested businessman Christian Richard on Tuesday following an alleged DV incident. The arrest comes after he allegedly threw a bag containing a glass bottle at Christine Quinn. Christine Quinn, girl, that instead hit the toddler's son. You trash. First of all, you're already trash because you're causing violence against your partner, wife, girlfriend, girl. But in order for you to hit your son, that means that your son had to be near your wife. You just had no regards for anybody. Not your wife and not even your baby. Kristen Richards is facing an assault with a deadly weapon charge, and his bail is $30,000. Basically, the LAD spokesperson reportedly claimed he threw a bag which contained a glass bottle inside of it. He threw it at the victim, but missed the victim and struck a child that was in the proximity. That's a mess. But listen to this. It gets worse. Okay. Selling Sunset alum Christian Quinn's husband arrested second time in 33 hours after he popped up at their home amid restraining order. So Christian Richard was arrested on Wednesday. His second arrest in 33 hours. Girl, I'm gonna put the link to the page 6. Girl, the cops were outside of his house with their pieces pulled. Girl, it was about to be a showdown at the OK Corral. Hello. So, girl, you done already knocked your baby upside the head, trying to knock your wife upside the head. A restraining order is taken out, and you pop back up at the house, lady. If that lady go missing, y'all know what happened, and y'all know who did it. Per his booking report obtained by Page Six, he was detained and charged for a misdemeanor after returning to the home. He and Christian Quinn share amid a restraining order against him. He was released on Thursday morning and is scheduled to appear in court on April the 11th. I've been trying to tell y'all, people who are already a little cuckoo, they don't care about restraining orders. They don't. A part of me believes that if a restraining order has to be taken out, just put him in jail. Because they don't be caring. They don't. And then y'all wonder why we look up and somebody is unalived. Those restraining orders don't be stopping some of these people. Maybe you need to be locked up. I hope Miss Thing is okay. I hope the baby is okay. Because I don't know nothing about this white lady. But, I don't want nothing to happen to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the white girls. Miss Thing, girl, what you better do? What you better do, Miss Thing? While you probably over there thinking, oh, it was a mistake, because that's what sometimes the girls do. Oh, it was just a mistake. He didn't mean it. He's gonna change. Girl, what you better be doing is going to go get you a little piece, and girl, going to the shooting range and making sure that girl you can hit the target. Because if Mister pop back up at your house, you might need to have something to protect you and your son. Hello? Because, girl, on some real stuff, we hear situations like this all the time. Either it's going to be me or you, and it ain't going to be me. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hello, somebody. Nobody won't love me like you do. Nobody can love me like you do. Hey! Ooh! Hey! Every time I try, nobody can love me like you do. Nobody can love me. Hey! Oh! Every time I try. Girl, that's my song. I gotta get off of here so I can listen to that real fast. Okay. Listen to this. Listen to this. Ex-Tennessee cop Maegan Hall, who was allegedly fired over sex with several officers, win $500,000 lawsuit against city. So we talked about this heifer before. Shout out to Maegan. Um, Former Tennessee police officer Maegan Hall has emerged victorious in a civil rights lawsuit against the city of Laverne, I don't know, child, securing a $500,000 settlement. The lawsuit stemmed from a police department sex scandal that rocked the community, involving allegations of inappropriate relationships between Hall and not one, not two, but multiple colleagues. Reports from two separate investigations conducted last year unveiled evidence of sexual misconduct within the department, leading to the federal civil rights lawsuit filed by Hall. As previously reported, Hall, now 28, made headlines nationwide following revelations of her involvement in intimate encounters with fellow officers, including her supervisor, Sergeant Lewis Powell. Details from the investigations painted a vivid picture of a culture of impropriety within the department, accumulating in legal action taken by Hall against the city. Maegan Hall was a vulnerable and optimistic 24-year-old woman who had applied to be a police officer. The lawsuit said, where Miss Hall sought role models at her new job, she instead found predators. Ooh-wee. The lawsuit named several individuals, including former police chief Burrell Chip Davis and Sergeants Lewis Powell and Henry Ty McGowan, as defendants, alleging abuse of power and exploitation by those positions of authority. Hey, wait. The findings of the investigation resulted in disciplinary actions, with some officers losing their jobs as a consequence of their involvement in the scandal. Anyways, they said the settlement amount totaling $500,000 will be paid by the city's insurance provider, ensuring the taxpayer funds are not utilized for this purpose. Girl, Miss Thing was out there handing out cooch, baby. Let me say something. We talked about this, and I said this. That, you know, in all honesty, child, I was like, Miss Thing, something got, like, I felt like she was either going to take the mental health route, of course, the abuse of power, because it's one thing for you to get into a little rendezvous with one of your coworkers, right? Because we're not going to sit here and act like, the girls and boys don't be screwing each other at their jobs, right? I remember my ex-boyfriend, I met him at my job. Now we were both representatives. It wasn't like he was in a position of power as far as like management, and it wasn't nothing like that. So it wasn't nothing like that going on. But we know that sometimes people do meet their, friends with benefits, husbands, wives at work, right? Um, but I also felt like even though we know that happens a lot, there's one thing for you to get involved with one person at your job, whether it's, someone on your level as far as, position wise, or, getting involved like a teacher, getting involved with someone at a higher level, and then they say that's an abuse of power. There's a whole other situation for you to get involved with, girl, 8, 9 niggas. Like, girl, you just passing out pussy, girl, just to everybody. Girl, what is going on? Girl, that's why I was like, girl, do Miss Thing. Girl, do Miss Thing got some mental health issues, because who do stuff like that? I have never heard of somebody being that much of a hoe at a job. Now, it's one thing for you to get involved with one person at your job, but to just be passing out coochie, yeah, to anybody who will take it. I said, girl, she's either gonna say that it was mental health, or they're gonna say that it was an abuse of power. And the possibility is it could be an abuse of power, because the truth of the matter is you have the sergeants, all those, like, girl, y'all know better. Y'all know better than trying to get with someone or deal with someone who pretty much is trying to become a police officer. Girl, y'all gonna start realizing that with positions, with certain positions at your job, it comes with responsibility. You cannot. It's kind of like somebody. You can't do the same stuff you was doing when you was a sales associate. Now that you're a manager, when you're a sales associate, girl, you could probably just screw the other sales associates. But girl, when you're a manager, you can't screw the sales associates, because then they're gonna say, "Oh, girl, you're abusing your power," even though you were probably already screwing the sales associates when you were a sales associate. Girl. Good, because now comes you're showing favoritism. Now comes the person could say they had to stay late, because if you told them if they didn't stay late, you were going to fire them. I don't know. You just got to be careful with stuff like that. And if you're not willing to accept the responsibility that comes with positions, girl, you need to stay in the position that you're in. Anyways. All right, y'all. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Bye, y'all.